What is up, guys? Welcome to the Lcg Podcast. I'm Charles Ricky. This is Elio Piedra, or as I like to call him, Mr. Elio the Fiesta Piedra, who's, bringing the fiesta all over the place. We are the Latin Consulting Group, and we like to talk marketing. That's what we do each and Tuesday and Thursday at 4 o'clock each and every week. And, of course, we always like to give a shout-out to our sponsors. We got Brian Knepp with B Print and Design, who's doing some really good things in his little factory, his little dungeon, making some stuff happen for us.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you, Brian, for all you do. And then we got Remax Professionals, which is helping everyone from Gainesville to Lake City and everywhere in between tackle all things real estate. They do a really good job. So shout out to Remax Professionals. And they have over 50 agents. Did you know that, Elio?
Wow.
They're doing their thing. They're doing their thing. So
amazing. Whether
it's you want to start selling homes or you need a home, either way, they're the ones for you. Like I said, everywhere from Gainesville to Lake City and everywhere in between. And, of course, we got Fiesta Media, Elio, in the house. What's up, Elio? How you doing?
A lot, man. There is a lot happening.
I know you're always moving around. You're one of those movers and shakers.
We're always busy, always creating, innovating, growing, learning, listening, paying attention to what is going on out there, and our business partners and our business community.
And that's
always here.
Yeah, and that's exactly what this podcast is about, guys. Just talking marketing and just exploring. And we're not perfect, but we're extremely enthusiastic about it. And we're connected, and we love marketing. We have a lot of years experience. We do a lot of things, and we just want to bring that enthusiasm to you guys. So we go over all types of topics. We've gone over digital stuff, SEM, SEO, geofencing. We've had Charlie De La Torre on with Our Town Publications, talking print. I mean, we've been talking apps with Pablo. We've had Adrian Fletcher on. We are having Lori Schiffbauer from St. Francis House on in the next couple shows. We'll give you more information on that. But we're going to talk a little charity marketing. She's going to bring you guys an event that we're not going to say right now. We're going to let Lori introduce that. Yes. But yeah, guys, we're always talking marketing, and we're having a good time at it. So we want to just thank you guys again. We can't thank you enough because you guys are sharing it. You guys are liking it. And we're having fun with it. So thank you guys. Much appreciated. And, of course, shout out to our newest sponsor, Meldon Law, only injury law firm of the Florida Gators. Check out this tumbler, man. This thing is sweet. Elio, I know you got one of these.
Yes, I have a couple.
So listen, we're going to use this podcast as a platform. Elio's going to think of something creative, but we're going to give one of these awesome tumblers from Meldon Law on behalf of Meldon Law, who's doing some great things in this community. And you guys know I'm excited to partner up with Meldon Law. So we touched a little bit on that last week. So everything good, Elio? You want to get right into it?
All right, let's get right into it. We have some marketing news for you guys. And the first one is this one related to customer experience. So you want to expand on that?
Yes, this is the customer touch points you may be forgetting. All right, this is interesting, guys, because in this day and age of digital marketing, companies are getting big and they're getting smart and they're getting more digital, right? So there's email campaigns, they're getting apps for certain things. We've gone over like Burger King and, right, Elliot, we've talked about all these businesses that have games on their apps, and they're just trying to create a different customer experience. But here's what we want to remind you guys. Are you analyzing and are you making sure that all those customer experiences are doing well for your business, and they're unique, and they're expanding on what you want to do? I'll give you an example that was in the story. DoorDash. We all know DoorDash, right? Before the pandemic, before COVID, we can say that because it's been 2 years now, right? Before that, DoorDash was kind of just like a niche thing. It was a little boutique. Some people knew about it. Some people did not. What happened, Elio? COVID hit, pandemic, a reason for DoorDash to exist, and now it blew up. Right?
Like Zoom.
Yeah, exactly. It blew up, and now they put a lot of digital backing behind it. So now what happens is it's such a monster of a situation that the restaurant owner are asking themselves, wait a minute, are my clients getting the same experience? Is the food getting there in a timely manner? Is it hot? Is it cold? Is the DoorDash service going to give my client the experience that I want? It's such a big machine, and part of it that almost takes the culture and the morals from the business out of it, because you're going through a third-party giant company, and hopefully the experience is the same. Do you understand what I'm saying, Elio?
I mean, basically, we're talking about the most important thing. The ultimate goal of a business should be. I mean, if you're a business owner and that's not your goal, it must be a great experience for your customer. And how you're going to achieve that, you need to have the right tools. You need to have the right staff. You need to so you can create the right experience, the right environment for your customer.
Exactly. That's a really good point. I mean, think about it, Elio. The things are so big now. Publix has delivery. Is someone getting there and just launching your groceries to your front door? And hey,
exactly. Well, the thing with this is a little different because it's been a game changer. This COVID thing. So now we have all these apps that you can deliver, but it will be missing the human touch, the human experience, and that's why the touching points are super important. So I mean, I hope that this marketing news is very relevant for the business owners, especially for restaurants. Hey, let's say hello actually to Miapa Jonesville that recently opened up. Also to Leonardo's Pizza, one of our friends here. Yes, I just remember I'm hungry.
So you were thinking about that Miapa. They got in Jonesville now, man. So they're doing their thing and they're expanding. I mean, there's a lot of businesses expanding. Well, you know what? Gainesville is expanding.
Exactly, but you know what? I recently, I remember now, a couple of days ago, I was talking to Peter Indigo's dad, who is actually one of the founder of Miapa. And he told me this, like, during the pandemic, Miapa, the growth of Miapa, especially in the drive-thru, was tremendous.
The drive-thru is always packed.
It was crazy. So because of that, now it is packed inside and outside. All right.
Yep.
And then so they have expanded. I don't know if they only expanded only to Jonesville, but also they have now a small area inside of the O'Connell Center. It's amazing. So it is a matter of seeing the opportunity in the obstacle and seeing, looking around and see how you can grow from these hard times.
Elio, you know what? You made a good point about Miapa, and it goes back to this story about the touch points. Miapa said, you know what? Our drive-thru is so crazy with one location. I want to expand this across multiple stores so that the person going home can say, you know what? I live by Jonesville. I'll just go to my local Miapa, and they don't have to get in that drive-thru right here on 34th. So they're making an experience for the customer better because they're expanding their footprint, so no one has to drive far if you love Miapa so much.
Exactly. That's such a great idea. All right, so let's continue to next marketing news. I love this one, Charlie.
Oh, man, this one's fun. So, guys, we talk about collaboration all the time. Collaboration is a giant topic in this podcast, and we always break down different styles of marketing. I'm not going to go into every marketing. We've literally broken down so many forms of marketing. So if you're like, wait, did they talk about this? Go back and check out one of the other podcasts.
Yes.
We've broken down all paid media, earned media, digital media. I mean, we've really broken it down, and we're having a good time. So back to this. Busch Light takes remote work outdoors with tree work space. All right, so you know how everyone's working remotely, Elio? Another COVID thing. Look, I mean, these stories are pretty relevant. So, Busch is recognizing that people are working remotely. So they're kind of like having fun and making fun of that and want to create an activation experience. We talked about activations a couple episodes ago for fans. So they're partnering with Tree Workspace, and they're going to host an outdoor co-working space where they're going to have Busch Light happy hours, Wi-Fi, ventilated office space, grilling, campfires, and fans. Check this out. Fans can reserve a 1 or 2 day spot from October 4th to October 8th and start signing up September 22nd. Is that today?
No, today's the 23rd.
Okay, you guys can't tell me this news is not up to date. That was yesterday. So if you go on Busch, where is it? Busch.com, right? Busch.com/treework. You can try to win a trip here, right? And what they're doing is trying to give fans an experience, right? By tree work that makes these awesome things, and Busch with a good time, and they're going to take that so you can work remotely So, guys, this is completely outside of the box, but here's a giant company in Busch Light partnering with someone to create an activation, an experience. Elio, what do you think about experiences?
Man, experience is everything.
Would you go to this thing?
Absolutely.
Right?
Especially because it's outside. I love outside. Now it's cooling down. It's fall time. I mean, we're in the fall, so.
And by the way, Anheuser-Busch is positioning Busch Light, Elio, as having as one of the top beers for outdoor activities. So they're remember we talked about target audience?
Yeah.
Budweiser might be for NASCAR. I'm making things up. Busch Light, they're saying if you go hunting, if you do stuff outdoors, you love Busch Light. You know what I mean? So they're trying to target that outdoor person that's still an executive that works, and they're trying to give them an outdoor working experience for 4 days in October.
Yeah, and interesting enough, they are targeting based on behavior.
Yeah,
it's another thing that we also talk about. You got to target and think about the behavior of your target audience. That's how you know where they are and what is their niche your niche.
Yep. All right, cool. Let's keep it going.
Yeah, so we have this one here that is, I guess, the most interesting one.
I mean, yeah, this is interesting because we're gonna push you guys a little bit here. So, M&S is Marks and Spencer Food. They're a giant food company. You guys aren't gonna know them as M&S, but you probably have had a lot of the stuff that they produce, manufacture, et cetera, et cetera. So. They're saying M&S on why feeling nervous is good for marketers. Feeling nervous is a good thing as it means marketers are striving to do their best work while still having the confidence of their convictions. What they're trying to tell you is if you're not nervous, you're not pushing the limits with your marketing and with your budget. You understand what I'm telling you, Elio? So if you spend $100 on marketing, you're not going to be nervous. It's $100. You know what I mean? Like, if it goes well, great. If it doesn't go well, it's $100, Elio. Now, if you spend $500,000 on marketing, you're going to be nervous, right? But what if that outcome is extremely successful? You hit the ROI, and boom, you figured it out. So what the story is trying to tell you guys is, Elio, don't put your toes in the pool, man. Jump in. You know what I mean? Like really push the limits with marketing. We've talked to you guys about a blended media campaign. It's about having a strategy, a marketing strategy, and then throughout a year, unleashing that campaign depending on different things, different objectives, different agendas, seasons, et cetera, et cetera. I can go on and on. If you're not pushing that boundary where you're not nervous about it, then you might not be doing it hard enough. You see what I'm saying, Elio? Elio, I know you push hard. I know you reinvest. You're a big marketing person. I mean, what's your opinion on this? Do you feel like you push your brand to the limit?
I mean, I think that anybody that has or see or feels value on something that they are actually putting into, let's talk about hard work or hours of dedication, even making phone calls, sending newsletters, developing your marketing, your blended media campaign, whatever is that you are doing. If you are doing it with your entire heart and you are putting effort on it, I mean, you want to have a good ROI on that just by the hours that you're putting in. Let's say you are not putting any money at all. That I don't think so, because every single media campaign, blended media campaign, needs a little bit of money, a little bit of push, boosting here and there, depending on what the nature of the platform. But if you are not feeling the emotion, you are not feeling the fear, which is
exactly.
It is a healthy fear.
Yes.
All right, let's talk about that.
That's what I'm trying to say.
It's not that fear that is holding you back from investing or holding you back from jumping into the pool that Charlie was mentioning. It is a healthy fear that it is equal to how much you love and how much passion you have towards that goal, towards that business, that brand of yours. But it's a healthy fear that is going to help you to do it. It's going to help you do what you got to do. Because at the end of the day, as we always say, you got to do what you got to do. So just do it. Don't wait for it, because there is no benefit on waiting. You can be waiting here in this white chair. You can be there, but nothing's going to happen.
And it's important to say that, listen, not everyone succeeds, Elio, and there's stories of failure. But then what happens? Those people that fail 10 times, they get back up, and now they're gazillionaires. I mean, there's a ton of stories.
Yeah.
I know some are cliche, some are a little more trustworthy than others. However, guys, whether it's in sports, it's in marketing, business, finance, Elio, people fail. And then you got to get back up and keep going.
You got to fail.
And this is what this is talking about.
Yeah, you need to know that you're going to fail your way to success. But there is amazing quote that says that I don't remember who said that, but it is a great one, and it's like I didn't fail 10,000 times. I just found 10,000 ways that they don't work. So now I need to find a new one. So you see, it's how you see things. It's how it's about mindset and always moving forward. And when you're gonna fail forward. Don't fail back. Okay. So I think that's a good way to say it. And then we're getting into the main topic of the day.
Yeah, so this is interesting, guys. It's what marketers should stop and start doing immediately. All right? What should they stop and start doing immediately? So this story got deep. I'm not going to get to the whole thing, but the premise of what they were saying is that people are doing right in dropping a lot of money, and they're doing the right things marketing. Here's the problem with that. Elio, they're not understanding their target audience. They're not trying to figure out who they need to market to. And Elio, they're doing the just throw it everywhere and see what sticks. And you need to stop doing that. We tell you all the time to have a nice marketing budget, to have a plan, right? To have a marketing strategy. But guys, it doesn't mean just like open your wallet and just throw money everywhere you can. You need to know who your target audience is. You need to know who you're talking to. And then you need to know the right avenues. We've talked about endorsements. We've talked about sports endorsements. We've talked about collaborating with certain athletes, certain people, figures in town. There's so many things you can do with your print, with your community service, with your, help the community. There's things that you can do right without just throwing a bunch of stuff and hoping it sticks. So one thing that the story was basically trying to say, Elio, is stop marketing without knowing who your audience is, and spend a little more time understanding who your customers are and what their feelings are. So then you can target them the right way and hopefully spend that same exact giant budget you're doing just in a more targeted approach. Maybe a couple things you keep, maybe a couple things you change. But if you're just doing a shotgun without knowing who you're talking to, you're going to be spending money. And we don't want you to spend money, right, Elio?
Yeah, but well, now the target audience that you're talking about is more like people that they are business owners, or people that have a corporation, or they are part of a corporation. So now I want to actually switch my direction and talk to the content creators that are always constantly seeking the next level, which is where we want to all go. Okay, so now this is the first thing that I'm going to tell you. You need to stop mimicking other people. You need to stop copying other people's ideas.
Can I get an applause on that, please?
Yes.
Can I get an applause on that? People. Oh my God. Stop.
Yeah.
Keep going, baby. Keep going.
And at the same time, you need to stop doing that, and you need to, in this hand, allow your target audience to find you. But there is no way that that's going to happen if you're mimicking Gary Vee. Gary Vee is Gary Vee. But here's the thing. Gary Vee is no better than you, because every person has their own gift, his own gift, and there's their own ways to communicate, to develop, to do things, because we're all different. We all have different talents. So I'm telling you, you're a content creator. You should start right now, after we finish this podcast, to think about, just take if you need a glass of wine, just do it. But just think about how you can be more yourself, so you can allow your target audience to find you. Because Gary Vee target audience doesn't want to find you. They want to find Gary Vee.
They want to find Gary Vee.
But your audience, they don't want to find Gary Vee either. They want to find you, because it's your target audience, if you know what I'm saying. So that's more important. So be yourself and not copying other people. Go ahead.
No, I was going to say, Elio, that these giant companies, Elio, like I'm talking the big companies, McDonald's, Budweiser, Burger King, Chick-fil-A, like major corporations, they're spending the money to understand this. Obviously, if you don't have the money, we're just telling you to find a way to understand who your target audience is. Now, a lot of you have things in place. We're not saying everyone. Most of you are doing it well. But if you're not doing it well, imagine putting something in place where you can understand what percentage is your client, and then reach them, and then create a separate marketing strategy to start bringing in other people involved. Because let me tell you something, the best customers are the ones you have. You want to keep them tight. You want to keep loyal. Elio, remember Burger King created that loyalty program on their app only for loyalty members of Burger King. Burger King. You know what I mean? Like, who the hell would get on the app and be a loyal member of Burger King? I wouldn't, but guess what? People that love Burger King, they are. And they're going to get their thing. And then on the app, Burger King asks them to do something. You know what I mean? So, I mean, they know their target audience and they know what to do to implement things, you know, that might be gamers, whatever. You get what I'm saying, Elio?
No, I love it. Actually, what you
It's
said,
an interesting thing.
What you say is bringing me at the marketing tip of
here
the
we
day.
go. Okay.
Make your current client a priority.
There you go.
So, because it is, and one of my mentors actually, we were talking about this a couple months ago about like acquisition, retention equal growth. All right. Instead of making the one that you don't have a priority and being like, oh, like crazy behind it, if you fertilize, you keep, watering as a flower, as something that you really care, especially in this time, during this time of pandemic, in this time where the community needs to help each other the most, care about each other the most. These are the times where leadership and development and growth and retention is super important. Actually, I don't think that it's been ever like most important than ever than now. So you really pay attention to what we're saying here. Like, make sure that you as a business owner or a content creator or anybody that is watching this or is going to share this with your friend, as you should do on Facebook and YouTube every week, Tuesday and Thursday. Hey, make sure that you work on retention and you fertilize that current client, make them a priority, make them feel like royalty, make them feel good, whatever it takes. Just bring some flowers, smell, have the office smelling good, make some phone calls, give some extra work, do more than you get paid for, make them feel good and appreciated, and you'll see what happens.
They're gonna tell people, and you're right, Elio, you'll see what happens. You're on fire today. I love it.
Well,
I love it, baby. Bring in the fiesta.
I always have my fire on my wings.
Yep. So, hey, listen, you guys also know that last week we announced a new sponsor to the LCG podcast, and we're going to be expanding on that sponsor. And I'm not going to promise anything, but I think we're going to have a very big guest come on with us on the LCG podcast, and that's going to be huge. We're going to prepare for that, so I'm pumped up. So shout out to Meldon Law once again.
Awesome.
Meldon Law, the only injury law firm of the Florida Gators and of your community.
Yeah,
doing some great things in this community. I'm excited to be part of the Meldon Law team. Elio, I know you love Meldon Law.
Yeah, and if you guys that are watching wanna get any free tickets for any sports, please go to meldonlaw.com. That's it. And then you submit your information. You're gonna be on your way to the stadium. You don't know what a stadium
today.
is.
There's games Saturday, volleyball game,
anything.
Football. Yeah,
baseball is about to begin. Soccer, softball, anything.
Go on meldonlaw.com and win those tickets. I'm telling you.
Yes.
You heard it here on the LCG podcast. So, guys, thank you for tuning in Tuesdays and Thursdays each and every week. You know, we try to keep it tight, under a half hour, because we know your time is busy, but we want to bring down marketing love. So tune in Tuesday, Thursday, each and every week. And it's Thursday. You guys have a fantastic weekend. We'll see you next week. Peace. We're out.
Peace out.